What up, my friends? It's Sunday night, and guess what? I hate loot. Surprise, surprise. Wait, what's going on with my camera? It's not my vision that's going blurry because my blood pressure's skyrocketing, is it? Over this lootitude? Hold on, let me fix this. Let me fix this right here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. There we go. That is very distracting. All right, so that's good, and everything is good. Perfect. All right, then we got the live stream link. Share that in the Discord, and then we shall proceed from there. For anybody who missed it, there was a live stream earlier today over on the live stream channel with more Chandelar action, and it went in a surprising direction. So things turned out differently than I thought they were going to. All right, there we go. That's good. Switch that up. And we will do our hellos now. What up? Ang, Millmaster, Kevin, Joe, Jojo, Shelton, Zircon, Crawfish, Larry, Shelley, Ellie, Teferi, Jacob, Hurst, Frank, Gossett, Ginger, Spurl, Zach, who else do we got in here? Jess, Bo Falcon, I think that's everybody. Hello, my friends. The camera can't handle all the manliness I exude with this shirt. That makes sense. Melmaster says, unleash the beast. I have. This is the beast with two fronts. And Carly just noticed today that there's even armpit hair on the shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that properly. But anyways, if you've never seen this shirt before and you don't know why it's called the beast with two fronts, well, prepare your ball bags for some glory, okay? All right, you ready? Hold on, you ready? You ready? Here's the front. Bum 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 bum. This is the beast with two fronts. Assassins don't even know where to attack me from, right? Predators don't know what to do because either way, well, bam, I'm always front facing because I'm the beast with two fronts. Oh. Shelly's super chat says, OG board starter here, get it. All right, starting up the Lord of the Board action. We've got Shelly. Let's put you up there, brother. Let's put you up there. Need a deer stalker and the sunglasses that have lenses in the back. There you go. There you go. Now we're thinking. Bring this up close. Also, Loot in prison where he belongs. Properly jailed. All right, Shelly. Boop, boop. What up, inverter? So yeah, loot, man. Loot-a-doot-doot. So I was basically just randomly scrolling through Reddit while I was waiting for dinner. Hey, Zach is the man, says, I hate loot. I hate loot. I hate loot. I hate loot. Agreed. And Shelly, you were right. You were displaced as Lord of the Board very quickly. And with such an epic message of loot hateitude, that is the right attitude. All right, Zach, you is the new Lord of the Board, big boy. A big boy. Everybody knows that my hatred for loot is already at legendary proportions, but I had been thinking about other things, and then I was brought back around to just how ridiculous Magic has gotten with a recent post that somebody put out. It only showed up on the Reddit like an hour ago, and it says, "Where's everybody's spark? Why are there motorcycles? And what is loot?" Right? And then there's a picture of Paul Rudd from like a Marvel movie, I'm guessing, and it just says, "What the hell happened here?" And some of the comments were like, "Wait until he finds about a Spider-Man," and the guy's just like, "Fucking what?" Right? And there's just a bunch of people saying, "I came back after Oath of the Game Watch. I came back after Legions." All this stuff. "He's your new best friend." All of this ridiculous nonsense. And of course, there's people defending this too, but I'm not worrying about that. That's fine. Some people can defend what they want. Loot is goofy garbage, right? Where was the one that made me laugh? Oh yeah, Aether Drift gave us loot in a cage on a card, and it's my new phone wallpaper. That guy, I almost want to go onto Reddit in my actual account and heart that comment, because it's like, bro, that's amazing. That's amazing. I know what he's talking about, because I've got a whole collection of them. There you go. Sad Loots in Cage. The best thing that's happened to Magic in a while. I've got tons of them. Always room for more. Nathan, SpongeBob is less objectionable because it's reskins. It's still SpongeBob and Magic, which is dumb, but it's a secret lair and it's reskins. So it's the least objectionable way that they can do it. But ultimately, it's dumb as hell. It is dumb as hell. What up, Yamagoro? Kenzuki, yes, I have gotten hammered down by the exchange rate, getting some American monies for the trip. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal. The exchange rate, I like it when it works in my fashion. Like in my favor, I should say. I'm thinking about fashion because of my sick shirt. But no, I like it when it works in my favor. American money turning in Canadian money, yeah, get that super bonus. But going in the other direction, it's just like, oh no. It's terrible. Ellie, yep, it is also silly to have the Stranger Things there. So, I mean, all the stuff, all the Universe Beyond stuff feels weird in Magic, right? Final Fantasy feels weird in Magic. I like Final Fantasy. I want the Commander decks. But it feels weird to have it in Magic. There are some people who are like, all of these worlds should just be part of the actual Magic multiverse, which is deranged to me. But when you're newer to the game, that seems logical to you, right? You're just like, whatever, they got all these different things. Why not? Why not have them all team up? Why not have the Fortnite people come and meet up with Jace or whatever? All right then. Crawfish, what state am I going to? A state of enlightenment. Going to South Carolina, buddy. Larry, I would never feed this loot. I wish that it just would. I wish that he would cease to exist. But Wizards going to keep him going. If you read the most recent installment of the story, he's all over it. Loot is talked about so much in the most recent installment that I'm just like, oh God, what's the last installment even going to be? This last installment has to wrap up the entire story, and nothing's been done about the Dragon Storms at all, by the way. Nothing's been done about the Dragon Storms. No Spirit Dragons have made an appearance, but the whole second last part of the story is like, Loot likes to sleep in the bed with Vraska and Jace and hold their hands, and oh, he likes to run and hide, and oh, Jace has to chase him into a dragon storm, and all this stuff. And you're like, this is terrible. This is terrible. You barely have any real estate at all to tell this story with. Barely any real estate. And you're forcing Loot all over it. This is terrible. Somebody described it as them turning Magic into adults playing with action figure level story. And I went, that feels accurate to me. That feels accurate, you know? Zach, 600 Canadian for a collector booster box feels weird for Magic. Expensive ass products doesn't feel weird for Magic. That feels like the norm that they keep pushing ever upwards. So while I think it's garbage and I think they're skeezers for charging so much, it doesn't feel weird to me. Unfortunately, it feels very normal, you know? Vassal, what's up? Loot boxes. Yeah, put them in a box, throw that box into the river. Millmaster Super Chat says, everything Universe Beyond should be made Commander only. They don't want that, though. They want the Universe Beyond in Standard. We have a great plan to fix Standard. We're making it 3 years long. It's so funny to watch Wizards defend the whole, hey, you know what? It's fine. Like, you guys said, like, look, we're making the same amount of Universe Beyond regular in-universe sets. So you're still getting what you were used to. You're still getting the same amount of in-universe sets. This stuff is just extra. It's just bonus. And it's like, you're putting no effort. You're putting no effort into your own worlds, and they're complete garbage. It's a nightmare. And remember when you came out with Cold Snap and you went, oops, 4 sets in a year this way is too much. Well, that's out the window. Now, like, screw you. We're literally going to go to capacity. The only reason we're not making more sets is because it's physically impossible. It's physically impossible. Gianna, the shirt's on fire. It's the beast with 2 backs. It's the beast with 2 backs. Have you seen it? Have you seen the beast with 2 backs, Gianna? All right. The beast with 2 fronts. That's right. That's what I called it earlier. Now I'm calling it the beast with 2 backs. Lutz has got my brain scrambled. All right. Try not to, like, dry hump your phone or your computer or whatever when you look at this, because it's double manliness, right? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa. Son of a bitch. Oh, TC Magic Box says, if you're going to kill Loot in the story, how would I do it? How would I kill Loot? I would have Loot thrown into the blind eternities so that he gets obliterated and his essence is scattered across the entire multiverse, right? Have him be unmade in that way. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Just a bunch of suffering. There you go, you little goofbag, Goomba, ball bag nonsense. TC's Magic Box, you are the new Lord of the Board. Look at how I made this. Look at this. Look at this. It's so big. Oh, well. That's good. That's good. Oh, I don't know if Loot's here to stay. I have no idea how long they're going to push it, but they clearly intended to make things circle around him. They are obviously fantasizing about having their own baby Yoda, right? There's no doubt in that. Nathan Lombath says, popping in to say hello. Speaking of nightmares, when am I heading south? 2 days. 2 days. So tomorrow is the last day of preparations, and then the day after we go. Today I went and picked up some Canadian snacks to take with me. So got some little chocolate bars, got some all-dressed chips, got some ketchup chips in little bags. So I'm going to have those with me. I'm going to have those with me for the fun of it, you know? Hall, yep, you're right. They do want Magic to be a very expensive lottery. Absolutely. Shelley says, I remember when I was Lord. I remember that. The long, long ago. Zach, Coffee Crisp? Yes, actually, Coffee Crisp is on the list. Coffee Crisp is one of the things I got. What did I get? Mr. Big, Coffee Crisp, Caramel, Kit Kat, Smarties, something else. Nathan, live stream tomorrow and then a week or so of maybes. I already got a phone plan specifically for the States. So I spent a bunch of extra money to buy a plan that should make it so we can stream while I'm there. So ideally, the live streams will continue pretty much as normal. I don't know if like the first day I go down, it depends on a number of factors, right? But ultimately, as long as I didn't get ripped off and get a phone plan that's not actually going to work or whatever, but I looked around different providers, I sorted it out, and I believe that I am locked in with the best option. At the very least, it'll let me text Carly while I'm in the States. So, in case she's somewhere that I'm not, in case I get like, I don't know, abducted by vigilantes, pro-loot vigilantes. Larry, I wouldn't want to punch somebody dressed in a loot costume. If I saw somebody dressed in a loot costume, I would walk up and say, "Are you okay? Do you need help? Like, we can get you counseling. You don't have to live like this. You don't have to hate yourself, okay? You don't you don't need to do this. You're allowed to respect and value yourself." And I would help them. I would help them work through their very, very troubled problems. Their very troubled mind, and say, "We're going to get you the help that you need." I wouldn't attack that person. They need help, man. They need help. Does Magic need a mascot? No, but if they do want one, what they should do is they should lean into what people already like. So they didn't make Fibblethip or Tiny Bones in an attempt to create a mascot. They just made them as fun characters for Magic, and people love both of those. Loot is incredibly forced. They didn't make Loot and go, "Let's see what happens." They literally called him Loot, the key to everything. They made him integral to the story. They forced him across a bunch of stuff. They made a ton of Loot-based merch as well, like right out the gates, plushies, everything, before anybody even knew what he was. So it's not organic. It's incredibly inorganic. What you need to do is take something that people already naturally love and lean into it. But can't do that with these corporate whores, right? So they got to get as much money as they can, and they got to try and skeeze us with lazy garbage. So that's the reality. That's the reality. Zach, one box of Final Fantasy or a Nintendo Switch and 2 games? Obviously a Switch and games, bro. Obviously. Ginger, it's okay to have some cute things here or there. It's fine. It's a multiverse. Not everything needs to be a crazy slavering beast, right? It's not necessary. Some planeswalkers might be more attracted to little goofy looking things. Be like, "I like these, whatever. What are you going to do?" The idiosyncrasies of individuals. So I'm not against, I liked Gilderbairn from, what was it, like the Lorem Block or whatever. That kind of stuff can be fun off to the sides as a little bonus thing. Check it out. Here's something random we tossed into a set versus forced into the story, made into a key story element. You have to like it. Like, we're supposed to be excited when Loot shows up, but it's got that vibe of like Poochie. When Loot's not on the screen, people should be asking, "Where's Loot? What's Loot doing?" It's that kind of a vibe. Buck, we're going to get a time skip and there's going to be adult Loot. That's not going to work. This is supposed to be Baby Yoda. That's it. They're like, why do you think they went, Loot's really old, but also really young? An infinite child. He'll be a child forever. He's 10,000 years old, but he's still just a baby. He's just a little baby. And then Narset can be like, "What are you doing with this baby?" And Jace can be like, "He consented for me to do this." Narset's like, "Did he consent to this specifically?" And you're just like, fuck off. You're fucking talking about consent over your stupid Pikachu, Baby Yoda, horseshit garbage. It's awful. It's awful. Flower, a minivan parked in the middle of a Walmart parking lot and it's 102 degrees out. Oh, you put Loot in there, right? It's so stupid. Could we kill Loot like they did Poochie? Yeah, that'd be great. It's like, "I have to go now. My planet needs me." And then just straight up, Poochie died on his way back to his home planet. I would love that. I would love that. Rosa, have you been paying attention? Wizards would be, it's a little too PG-13. Are you kidding me? Have you not seen the Bearscape that they made? They would have zero problems with that. Like, zero problems. Loot is not on Tarkir. Oh, Ringo. Oh, Ringo, you don't know? Oh, yeah, Loot's on Tarkir. The 6th installment of the story is all about Loot. If you would love to hear Vraska and Chase have a long discussion of Loot, and then Loot run around being sad, and then Loot snuggle up with them in bed holding their hands, and them talking about their future, and Loot, and then Jace chasing Loot, and then Loot ending up with him in Bolus's meditation realm, and then Narset seeing Loot screaming and picking him up, "You're there, little baby." Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Loot's on Tarkir hardcore. Get ready. Loot's going to be in everything. In every set that is not Universe Beyond. It's going to be a Loot fiasco. Aether Drift shoved him right into the middle of things, and they're just going to keep doing it. They insist on Loot, but it's not going to work. It's never going to be. The thing about Baby Yoda is that was an accident. Disney, Star Wars, they didn't know. They didn't know Baby Yoda was going to be this huge mass marketing juggernaut and they'd make a ton of money off him. They luck-sacked into that by accidentally creating a character that people love, which is why Baby Yoda is a million times more respectable than Loot, because they weren't trying to manipulate our emotions. They weren't trying to create a fucking product. It was just a character in the show that it turned out people connected with and really enjoyed. So there you go. Now you get to make a bunch of money selling it. So Wizards, they're not taking somebody that they have that organic response. They're like, we're making our Baby Yoda. Force it. You love it. Buy it. We got to get all that money. Come on. Why aren't people buying it? Why isn't it selling like hotcakes? Come on, man. Come on. You know, we got to take Fast and Furious and we got to put like a baby Garfield in it. What? Yeah, Baby Garfield will be a part of all their adventures. Are you robbing a bank? Baby Garfield's there. What the fuck is this? Everybody will love it. It's like, no. What are you talking about? Thick necks just want to watch Vin Diesel do a mumble growl. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Ginger Bloomborough was awesome. Fucking loved it. Loved it. Might have had a bit of a fucking light tone, but it actually felt like swords and sorcery. Yay, we're casting spells and running around and going on adventures, swinging my sword. Not vroom vroom beep beep, get in my Jeep. Bloomborough was great. I'm collecting a set of Bloomborough. I really like Bloomborough. So for me, it's a big thumbs up. It's a big thumbs up. Kenzie, yeah, Tiny Bones is way, way better than Loot. Why won't they just buy what we tell them to? That's it. That's what Wizards wants. Highwind, was Loot spoiled as being inside Tarkir? Oh, he's a massive part of the story now. So he's going to probably be on something or maybe not at all. He showed up in the fucking... he showed up in the story for... What's it called? Duskmorn, where Valgavoth just had him. No explanation at all. Jace just sees Vraska and Loot in trouble at one point. Why aren't you with them? Shut up. We're just... Anyways, I'm going to them now. Bye. And then that's it. And we have no idea what's going on until later in the story where Valgavoth is like, I have Loot. And you're like, oh, what's going to come of this? And then they're like, wait, 2 sets from now, Loot will be soldered onto the side of Winter's vehicle. Sorry, what? Yeah, Winter's going to be joining the F1 races. What are we talking about? Yeah, so Winter actually... He has like a spirit in him now, and he's the Ghost Rider of the set, and he's cursed with infinite road rage. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Yeah, he's got infinite road rage. Oh, and he's got Loot, so he can use Omen Pass shortcuts. Okay. Also, he's linked up to a demon called the Speed Demon, and they have to sacrifice stuff to the Speed Demon all the time because it has an insatiable need for speed. And it's like, what? Oh, God. Also, Winter is cursed to race forever. He's cursed, and he has to win the race so that he won't be cursed. But you said that he can't stop being cursed. Yeah, but he's got to win the race to stop being cursed. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's so dumb. I was playing Arena today, and the message popped up on the screen talking about the insect racers in Aether Drift, and how once they age enough, they shed their exoskeleton and turn into cars. And I told that to Carly offhanded. I'm like, I read what it was saying on the screen, and she just started laughing. Like, she normally doesn't even care what's going on with Magic, because I'm always ranting about something or other, yammering on about something, but she's just laughing at how stupid it is. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Creepy. Yeah, that's right. Blame Loot. Blame Loot. Hyman, it's too late. He's in there. He's in Tarkir. He's in Tarkir. And yeah, Loot in space, absolutely. In a little space suit. So you can be like, he's so cute. He's so cute. I love Loot in space. Magic the Gathering has become dumb as fuck. There's just like, why is everybody on that thing that I was reading? Why is everybody on Ravnica a detective? And it's like, oh, they're not. They just shoved that in for one set and it'll never come up again. You don't have to worry about that. We're never going back to Ravnica. We're only doing Universes Beyond forever. Forever. Yeah, there's a space set. Yeah, it's called Edge of Eternities. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, how do they have a space set in a multiverse that doesn't actually really have space? Where a few planes will have a little bit of space in terms of there's a moon or whatever floating around, but it's not outer space. It's literally encapsulated along with that plane. It's just a little bit of fragment of extra space outside of the plane in terms of just, it's all blanketed in the Blind Eternities. Here's a little bit of space, right? But they're going, don't worry. If you actually go over to the edge of the multiverse, there's a big chunk of outer space and it's got all kinds of planets and they've developed spaceship technology there. So there's space stations and spaceships and laser guns. And you're like, how's this Magic the Gathering? Stupid. They're magic space stations. Oh, that just looks like a space station. Yeah, but you see the blue glowing energy? You mean the blue energy that looks like fucking like pulse energy or electrical energy or whatever else? Yeah, that's magic, dum-dum. So anything can be magic. I've seen fucking idiots say that, actually defending this stuff. Going, oh, well, yeah, okay. Look, Urza had this kind of stuff. No, there was golems and constructs and stuff. Well, sure, but why are they that? I don't know, because they're animated by magic. Well, then what if these motorcycles are magic? Well, I mean, if you're that fucking stupid, then fine, idiot. If the fucking bar is that low for you, enjoy it, dumb fuck. It's amazing to me that you can't comprehend how this is different to people and how they don't like it. But anything could be magic. You're a fucking moron. If the Lord of the Rings was just fucking Gandalf sitting at a fucking computer, typing away, and then he fucking worked a fax machine, called his boss on a fucking cell phone, went home, used his washer and dryer to clean his fucking business suit, and then just fucking sat down to watch TV. Oh, he's watching Netflix now. How is this magic? How is this Magic the Gathering? How is this Lord of the Rings? Well, anything can be magic. It's all magic. You're a fucking moron. I mean, in one way, I guess you win because you have no ability to discern anything and you can just eat any slop they shit into your mouth, so have fun chewing it. But it sticks out. Me and Carly watched a new anime yesterday called I'm Leaving My A-Rank Party to Train My Students. They have weird names. So the beginning of the fucking thing, these guys are dungeon crawling with swords and magic and shit, and they're live streaming. But they're not live streaming using cell phones and the internet. They're live streaming using an artifact that they found that allows them to stream. And it's so fucking stupid. Like, there's other aspects of the anime that I like. But that internet streaming stuff, the way they use technology in it is so dumb. And they have people watching the live stream on what looks like tablets, but the case is wood with glass in it. And morons would just be like, yeah, man, anything. It feels like it's magic. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's jarring. It's disconnected. It's stupid. It's stupid. Next, there'll be quasars and Corvette-class starships. There you go. Now Thunder Blasters are, yes, Thunder Blasters are space blasters. Cowboy hats are space helmets. Yeah, correct. Stranded, oh yeah. There'll be loot's absolutely gonna be in the set. They're gonna have some cards with loot on it for sure. For sure. So yeah, it's impossible for me to enjoy it. That's the deal. Thompson, how you doing, brother? Habanero, what anime am I making fun of? I left my A rank party to teach I don't know, lead my student party, teach my whatever. Something like that. Something like that. And the thing is, I like a lot about the anime. We started to watch it and the streaming stuff made me groan. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, they literally call it, like, we're going to live stream this. You're literally using that fucking terminology. And you have a streamer artifact. Like, if you want to... There's scrying magic. There's ways to broadcast this to people that isn't broadcasting it on the internet. And live streaming and shit, it's so fucking dumb. It is just so goofy. So that part really made me start off going, oh, no. And then the show progressed, and I went, actually, you know what? This is fun. Because I tend to give most animes at least a full episode before I make any real judgments. But they started out with the live streaming stuff, and I was just like, And then it started to pick up, and I'm like, okay, I'm enjoying it. And then they have another part. Sensei, can we live stream this? God. Can we live stream the boss battle? Oh, God. What? Okay, we're going live. It's just awful. It's so goofy. Carrot, you think some folk have a hard time imagining a time before the touchscreen? People grew up in different fucking generations. I get it. I'm an old man, right? I'm in my fucking mid-40s. So what the hell do I know what it's like to be a fucking 17-year-old with all this technology and what's going to get these goobers hyped to buy things and Wizards wants their money and I don't know. I'm a fucking dinosaur. But I pay attention to what's going on, and stuff that doesn't make sense is jarring to me, and that streaming stuff is jarring as hell. Quick! That's a personal choice. Everybody decides their level of proxies, right? I'm not going full proxy. I'm going a mix. I will happily use proxies. I've got the best of both worlds now, where I love and enjoy regular Magic cards and can commingle them with proxies with zero issues. I mean, obviously, I literally have advertisements like sponsored by proxy companies now. That's how comfortable I am with proxies. Once upon a time, I was like, no, I don't want to use proxies. If you do, cool, but I don't enjoy it. Each time I tried, I realized I don't like this. It doesn't feel right. They're not like Magic cards to me and all this stuff. But Wizards did enough. Magic 30 and Smashing Magic's identity has freed me of the shackles of belief that caused me to only want actual Magic cards. So if I can't get the actual card, a proxy will totally do. Prefer to have the real thing, but proxies play the same, baby. And I got no problem with it. I don't care about anybody who comes along and is like, using proxies ruins the game. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. To me, that's the same thing as if you're saying, oh, you don't have the stuff for the Monopoly. You lost some of the money making your own money. Nope. Can't use that. It's not like the real game. Whatever. No, but you don't get the money out of random boosters, so because the game pieces come randomized like that, it's totally a different thing. They're not game cards. You can't just play a game with them. Look, don't do things that shatter my illusion that these cards are the same as money. Don't do it. I don't like it. So... Habanero, actually, you know what? He's not teaching children. He's teaching, like, adults. Or if they are kids, they're, like, kids in the form of they're, like, 19 years old. And the anime actually picked up for me when he got with them. I enjoyed the vibe. It really started to pick up. So I'm not telling you to check it out. But it's not what you're categorizing it as in your mind, you know? So just bear that in mind. Some you still got to pre-order Tarkir. Well, I hope you enjoy the cards when they come out, buddy. Just because the story is written garbage and loot's in there doesn't mean you can't have fun with the cards, you know? Highwind, the only manga I'm currently going to read is Destroy All Humans because I have it. So when it comes to that, I don't read manga unless I own it, and I'm not going to go out and pick that stuff up. So for now, it's just anime shows, right? But if that changes, then I will take your recommendation into account. Some, I can't remember if we actually watched the first season of Shangri-La, but I see the second one off to the side, and I think I clicked on the to take a look at it, but I completely forget what I saw. So I'm still in the I don't know. Rosalind, what do I think it'll take before Magic folds and Hasbro sinks? I have no idea. But Magic isn't the only thing keeping them going. They're making money from digital games like Monopoly Go, making them over $100 million. So they're cutting off the departments that aren't making the money and squeezing the ones that are. They've got, it's not like they're going to die anytime soon. And Magic is too valuable a property to just disappear. If Hasbro was really going out of business fast, they would literally sell Magic off to somebody else because it's a moneymaker. It's worth it, you know? So Shorio, another vote for Shangri-La Frontier. Well, I mean, it's definitely on my radar, and I've actually been checking out a ton of new animes. Instead of just bulldozing through animes, I've been jumping around from one to another, checking out an episode or two, and if it really hooks me in, then I go in for more. I was trying to do just one episode of each, but what was it? Sakamoto Days? Oh, bro, that one grabbed my attention. That one is a really fun premise, and the execution of it is fantastic. You have a high-level assassin, right? Basically, like top-tier hitman, maybe the best hitman in the world, and he falls in love, and he retires. He's like, I'm not in the business anymore. And so he hides away from the mob, but inevitably, his past life finds him. It catches up to him. But he's made a promise to his new family, essentially, his wife. The kid doesn't know, but he's made a promise to his wife that he won't kill anymore. So now he has to fend off all of these mob hired hitmen, and he can't kill any of them. He can incapacitate them, he can heavily injure them, but he can't take their lives, right? And so you've got that. You've got the fact that he is a mostly strong silent type, but he's been paired with a sidekick who literally has psychic abilities. And so the sidekick will keep doing things that piss the fucking main guy off. And in his head, he imagines the different ways. He just grabs a pen, bam, right in his throat. Like, so you get to see the sidekick getting murdered mercilessly multiple times over basically like small infractions. And because he's psychic, he sees them. And he's like, stop killing me in your imagination. It's fantastic. It's an amazing concept. It's really good. Carrot, you'd like to see them abolish the reserve list? Give it time. Magic 30 was an open declaration that the reserve list is not reserved. Anybody who thinks it is high on crack, because they literally printed it. Well, they only did it with like a gold border. And it's like, that's still reprinting it. Just because they did it with like a different back or whatever, doesn't mean they didn't just reprint the whole reserve list at all. Well, not the whole reserve list. What am I talking about? The whole original set, right? There you go. They reprinted it, not caring that it's a reserve list, because they're like, this is how we can get around it. So if you're thinking they're not looking at other ways to do it, you're out of your mind. It's only a matter of time before all the reserve list stuff gets reprinted. All of it. And if under some crazy miracle situation they can't do that, it will all be obsoleted with more powerful cards. They'll just do that. Right? Magic's not doing that well. Screw it. Make an Ancestral Recall that lets you draw 4 cards. Who cares? Game balance doesn't matter. Just selling the newest set matters. And then power creep goes to an ultra insane degree. Right? Imagine having your Black Lotus and Power 9 power crept to the point where, why are people excited about the Power 9? Black Lotus just lets you sacrifice for 3 mana of any color. I've got the new Ultra Lotus that you 0 to put out, sack it, gain 5 mana of any combination of colors, gain 3 life, and draw a card. Like, who cares about, why would you even play Black Lotus, man? That's garbage. You know, there's nothing to stop them from doing that. There's no rules anymore. There's no fucking safety bars on the roller coaster no more, son. They don't care if you fall the fuck out. They don't care what happens. That's the reality. Yeah, exactly, Millmaster. Magic needs to start posting real losses before they're running into any problems. Right now, their main issue is that they can't keep cranking profits. Shorio, Steins Gate is great. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. What up, Sheba? Yeah, you are late. What's your excuse? Jordan, how's it going, man? How you doing? How you doing? Kanskis, you have to sack your Black Lotus. Mine just says tap. There you go. Yeah, they aren't managing the game well at all. It's crazy how out of hand power creep is. Power creep is fucking deadly for games, honestly. That's like, Spellfire to me is the poster child of power creep because that's from my personal experience. I played Spellfire with my friends, and Spellfire uses giant growth cards that boost up your guys, but they're all free to play. They're all free to play, right? So every set would have bigger ones. This set has +5s. This set has +7s. This set has +9s. This set has +11s. And it's just like, okay, so every set that comes out, it's just get it or you're just not going to be able to compete. That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing? Nope. And that destroyed Spellfire. Just obliterated it. It was awful. Awful. So I've lived through power creep destruction of games firsthand. Jess, you want them to power creep so hard that you get a just one of every color mana and you win the game automatically? Sheba, you were watching Castlevania on Netflix. I've heard that's good. Gianna, they still have a bunch of Magic 30 they pulled because it didn't sell when they released it. Well, some of that stuff turned up at a dump. They destroy old Magic product like that. They destroyed a bunch of Modern Horizons too because they overproduced it. So I don't know how much Magic 30 they have actually kept in reserve. Yeah, Rosala, I'm wondering about that too. I'm wondering about when power creep moves us to turn 1 kills in standard, because we already hit the turn 2 kills in standard with like mono red. Mono red can wipe you out on the second turn in standard, and Wizards has to step in and tweak things to stop it because it's more prevalent in places like Arena. But like, what's that card? Monstrous Rage. Like, there's certain cards they make that are so over the top, and it's just, even with commons and uncommons now, the power creep is absurd. And I have been wondering when we are going to reach that threshold of turn 1 kills, right? I mean, well, when will we get to a new level of Flash Hulk being the normal? Night of the Living Cat. It's Night of the Living Dead, but cats instead of zombies. That sounds goofy. High Wind with a 5-year standard. Well, we don't have 5-year standard. Foundations is the only 5-year set because Wizards couldn't help themselves. We need a basic set to get people into this squeeze machine. And also, we don't want to spend any more money developing the new product at all. So we're just going to make Foundations, and then maybe we'll shift a couple cards in and out of it, but that's about it. So they're focusing more on what can we extract from short-term customers by bringing them in with random properties. That's where it is. And they're like, we're passing the cost on to the consumer because we have to pay a lot more for licensing, but these new people won't be used to the old price threshold, so it won't feel bonkers to them. That'll just be the normal price of admission, right? Oh, you don't understand why somebody takes joy from a turn 2 kill? I mean, people love to win. Some people desperately need to win. Have you not run into people who, when they win, they have to tell you about all the other things they were going to do after they won and just keep going off, jerking themselves off? Or when they lose, they have to tell you about how they were going to win and what was going to happen. And every win matters. There's people who will straight up cheat to get wins as well, just in casual games. So there are some people who really need to win, and some of them have literally nothing else going on in life. So winning at Magic is one, like, if everything in your life sucks, if you're a loser and like I don't really have many friends, and women don't like me, and I don't have a job that I like, and my life sucks overall, and everything doesn't go the way I want it. But here in Cardboard Rectangle Land, I can escape that. Here I'm a winner. And then they got to keep that winning because it matters. It's really important to them, So that's why. And then Arena as well incentivizes just getting the win. Just get the win to get your experience and your gold. Just get the win. Who cares? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I play a lot of the starter deck challenge because the games evolve more slowly there. If I go to standard, it's over in a heartbeat. So, I've got to go somewhere slower, either into the starter queue or the limited events, right? So I'm playing in a Foundations draft right now. And guys, I drafted 2 Hidasugu's second right. The one that's like, if you're at 10, you die. I got 2 of those. And in my first game, I got my opponent down to 11, and that was it. I couldn't move the needle, and I had 2 of them in my hand, and it sucked, and I lost that game. But the second game, the guy was beating me down, but I was giving some smashes back or whatever, and then everything aligned up perfectly where I'm at 1 life because he swung with everything, and I managed to creep by with my little fish and pole fish tokens and crap and blocking, right? And I'm just barely alive, and then I look and I'm like, wait a minute, he's at 17. I can do exactly 7 by attacking, and I have the second right. So I was at 1. I totally thought I had lost that game, but I smacked him to exactly 10 and then went, take 10! I bet you thought you had this game on lock. I bet you thought you won, but you didn't! Oh, it was awesome. Card's terrible, though. Card's terrible. Just terrible. Ellie, stop playing Arena because it's too miserable. First of all, turn off emotes. And secondly, find formats that you like, right? Play your own way. I have I have a standard deck, 250 card green deck, and I like busting it out. Sometimes the environment won't allow for it. If it's like too much mono red rush nonsense, my deck can't stand up to it most of the time, so I don't bother playing. But there are ways to have fun. Don't if you don't want to, right? I like playing Magic. I played Arena today. I played Chandelar today. Magic's my favorite game still. There are other games that I quite like. Actually, I'm playing this game now called Spellspire, where you spell out different words to attack your enemies. So the bigger your vocabulary, the more advantage that you have. The faster you can type, the more advantage that you have. And I've got some great typing skills, and I know a lot of words. So I've been killing it that game. Just elbow dropping my enemies. Jess, yeah, but the thing is, you like your life. You like your life. And your own thoughts about how things are the definition of being a fucking loser. Like, that was a clunky way of saying things. If you fucking feel like you are a loser, then that's what you're going to embody, and you're going to be uncomfortable. Somebody can be happy with the exact same life that someone else considers themselves a fucking loser for, Jordan, yeah, I agree. You want to know how we're playing. I feel you, bro. You want to make sure we're on the same page, and that makes sense. Carrot, fishing pole actually was surprisingly good. Millmaster, the only constructed format you play is many turn 1 and 2 turn 2. Yeah, if you're playing old school formats, standard shouldn't be that, right? Creepy, have I played the Planeswalker party deck yet? No. No, I haven't. No, I have not. I've been cracking the decks faster than the rate of actually getting out and playing Commander. So it's going to be a pick and choose as I go. Because remember, I just got a whole bunch more Commander decks that I'm excited about opening. So I'm not opening one until I've played. I'm not opening the next one until I've played this one, basically. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to enjoy myself, right? Sure, yo, you couldn't actually do discombobulation because you have at most 10 letters. So that wouldn't fit. They give you 10 random letters that you have to build the words out of, right? So it's Scrabble-esque in that way. And there's a bunch of different wands and robes and staffs. Or no, wait. Robes, staffs, and hats that you can equip that give you different abilities. So you gotta strategize. Just being easily amused is a win. You get to have more fun, right? Buck, I've been playing mostly non-Commander Magic lately. The last time I got to play Commander, I went out last week, but I didn't end up playing Commander. So I guess it's been like 2 weeks since I played Commander. Highwind, yeah, I think we're gonna see a battle sometime soon. There might be space battles. A battle for Ball Bag Prime. Sheba gonna creep in the background and do some altering. All right, enjoy. Enjoy. DeVoe, what's up, brother? So yeah, with Arena specifically, I've mostly just been playing the starter stuff. I don't really worry about building anything other than big green giganto decks, which clearly are not going to be strong in the meta. Every once in a while, there are particular decks that evolve in the meta that all of a sudden my green tower is surprisingly good at fighting. And I'm just like, wow, whenever I see this deck, I'm like, oh, you're going to get hosed. Like, I just happen to be ready for you, right? But the super fast red decks, they just smack me down into the ground like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Because my strategy just tends to be, here comes a bunch of value creatures and shit. It's a 250 card deck with a bunch of 2-for-1s and stuff. But so nobody's prepared for it. It's impossible to be prepared for my deck because who the fuck is expecting to play a 250 card green deck? But it can get hated out of the meta super easy just by the natural power levels of people's decks. So, meh. What up, Knight? Buck, Commander's Commander. There's no such thing as Canadian Commander. There's something called Canadian Highlander. That's a completely different beast. See the Enterprise versus the Borg on a battle? Maybe. Maybe you can. Who knows what kind of secret layers are going to come along with Edge of Eternities. Shorio, No Guns Life is awesome. That is a great anime. I really enjoyed it. What else have I watched recently? There's that I'll solo the boss if it means I don't have to work overtime as a receptionist. That one's terrible. I have the lowly alchemist skill, but I'm the most powerful. The names are clunky, but I don't care, right? They're translations. And I don't know. I assume the naming conventions have to do with just that's how things are done now, you know? Things change. So a bunch of animes just have like really direct on the nose. I'm a salary man headhunted from another world to become one of the big four. I've been enjoying that one. What else? There's a couple more. I've been writing them down because I forget the names. I forget the names of them. I just watched the most recent episode of the second season of Solo Leveling 2. That show is a lot of fun. I really enjoy the concept of that one. Crawfish, you're trying to flatten out your curled foil promo Sol ring. You can do it through books. You can also get like humidity packets. Have I watched Go Go Loser Ranger? No. No. Shorio, I've seen the Cyberpunk one. I've seen that one. At a certain point, I just lost interest in it. Just was like, all right. You know? I couldn't tell you exactly where it was, but at a certain point, I just stopped thinking. That's what happens with some shows. I don't think to myself, I'm done with this show. I just subconsciously, I guess, am, because I stopped thinking about it. I stopped watching it, and it's just done, you know? So that's one of those. The names have to do with the books and getting people to buy them. People are lazy, so they made the descriptions, the titles, and it caught on as a trend. I mean, it works. The ridiculous names like reincarnated as a vending machine in another world. Now I wander the dungeon. I check them out. I don't care. Like if you have a name that I don't immediately get, then I'm just like, okay, I may or may not look up the description. It's just something to do in a attention economy where people don't spend as much time on things and they're not going to give your stuff a second look. So I don't judge shows as something that's going to be terrible based on the name. I'm just like, read the name. I'm like, okay, you got my attention. I'll check it out. The Apothecary Diaries. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. Ellie, there you go. There's your future. Tap a Pepsi to help pay to summon the cat bus from Totoro that you crew with James Bond. Why not? Why not? And then they get into a traffic jam with a Dodge Ram. Jordan, you're watching movies about deep sea divers? Oh, how about Deep Blue? That shark movie where LL Cool J wrote like the laziest theme song for it. It's like deepest, bluest. My hat is like a shark's fin. Bro, how long did it take you to think up that as the concept for your song? It's just like, I'm in this movie. They want a song. Just looking in the... He's like, what's the name of it? Deep Blue. Okay. Deepest, bluest. All right, we're mostly there. I got a toque on. Let's pull it up. There you go. My hat's like a shark's fin because there's a shark in the movie. All right. We're good. We're good. Millmaster, you can't... Wait, what? Your wife watches any more of My Roommate is a Cat? That sounds terrible. What is it? What is it? Did I see that one in passing? Did I see the name of that one? I don't know. Carly doesn't normally watch animes without me. There was a few she watched. There was some horror ones that I had zero interest in. I didn't watch with her. And then she also watched one about two high school kids dating. And I didn't watch it with her, but it didn't annoy me. When it was on in the background or whatever, I wasn't like, this is so stupid. But it just wasn't terribly interesting to me. The only thing I remember about that show is the guy would make noises of agreement. Hoof! Like a fucking dog barking. The episode today was 22 minutes of a guy stuck in a culvert with a small cat in a storm. No joke. It sounds awful. It sounds so pointless. At least watching cat videos on YouTube, they're going to be shorter than that. 22 minutes of a guy just stuck with a cat. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. The last episode of Severance is out, and I'm excited to watch it. Carly is indifferent. Apparently, her interest for Severance has waned, but I don't know, man. I'm here for it. Jordan, it's a true story where a guy gets stuck 1,000 feet down and dies for 29 minutes. He gets rescued and is completely fine. And he goes back 3 weeks later. All right. Cool. I don't tend to watch those sort of movies. Like, there was the one, what's it, like 128 hours or something like that, about that rock climber getting his legs stuck. I'm sure they're compelling films. I just don't, I've never had any interest in them, you know? It's like I hear about them, I'm like, okay, cool. I hope that it's good. I hope the acting is good and you enjoy it. I don't think it's stupid that people make movies like that, but they're just not compelling to me. The character in the show, he writes light novels about cats. Oh my god. This sounds so dumb. Does the cat talk? Yeah, does the cat... Do they have conversations about meatballs and stuff? Brandon Samuel Jackson's great. I don't remember him specifically in Deep Blue Sea, though. I barely remember anything about that movie. creepy. A movie called Loots on a Plane. I hope that plane crashes into a mountain, you know? Jess, how do I feel about Christian Bale's Mechanist role transformation? I haven't seen it. I don't know that movie. But I do like Christian Bale as an actor. He's pretty good. The cats talk to each other only. Oh. Oh. Carly doesn't watch any garbage, thankfully. At least very infrequently, or when I'm not around. King of the Hill's being remade and coming out this year. Is there a universe beyond for that? It wouldn't surprise me if out of the blue they announced one. What's the Mechanist? What is it about? What's that film about? Yeah, it tends to go in waves for me. I get on a kick of watching like a bunch of movies, and then I switch over to watching anime. Tokyo Revengers is a great time travel plot. Go back in time after his girlfriend's killed by a gang, and he infiltrates the gang to change history. All right. Quick, machinist is pronounced machinist. Yeah, but they're not... look at how they're spelling it, bro. That's a different word. So if they're spelling it wrong, then yeah, it's machinist. Because I don't know the mechanist. That's why I was like, what is this? What is this? Hey, you might be wrong, but isn't it the machinist? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Fucking Ellie and Jess, you leading me wrong? You spelling it wrong to fuck with me? You vowel shifters? Invincible is great, Jordan. You're right. Invincible is great, man. It's the machinist. Oh, I know how to say that. I know how to say that one. I mean, anything can be anything. Any name can be. Who knows? Who knows? All right. So what the hell's the machinist about? Does he work in a factory? Does he eat sandwiches from a lunchbox? You trusted Jess. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Do not trust Jess. Oh, man. It's crazy. Not too long. And the journey begins. We're getting close. We're getting close. Christian Bale. Oh, okay. All right. So it's like a serious movie then. It's like an actual, like a drama. It's about the destructive nature of guilt. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I'll bear that in mind. I can't say when I would check it out because you never know. But I can tell you this: don't watch Mickey 17. Psychological thriller. All right. Milmouse says, never trust the drive-thru, convenience hot dogs, or Jess. All right, Jess, go for it, buddy. Go for it, my man. He's not actually a machinist. He's a production worker. What? What? Lightwave, you watched an anime called Good Luck Girl. You also saw Parasite. Do you mean Parasite, the live, like the movie made with live people, made by the same guy who made Mickey 17? Like that, that's awesome. Or are you talking about like Parasite Maxim, the anime, which is actually really cool, actually. That anime is dope. These crazy spores infect whatever life forms they come in contact with. So Buddy ends up with an alien life form in his body, and they're trying to take over the head so they can just control the whole body. But this one gets trapped in the hand instead. and so they have to coexist. And the cold, calculating, lizard-like animal nature, not animal, cold, calculating, non-human intelligence that doesn't have the same kind of values and valuations. It's just completely out for itself. The whole transformation that takes place, all of it. It's so good. The contrast between Buddy with his normal humanity and the alien with its stark lack of anything resembling humanity. I love it. It was great. Larry, I leave on Tuesday. So tomorrow is the last day of getting all the preparations done, and then I leave on Tuesday. Yeah, Lightwave, that's the one. It's awesome. It's awesome. South Beach Parasites! Shoryoshiki is a psychological horror with vampires, but they're not the monsters. All right. Creepy Bubblegum Crisis. Is that like a future mechy kind of one? What up, Goddard? You've been busy folding your playmats? Fold them and crease them to ship them in the mail? Ellie, yeah, The Thing is a weird one. That's a weird one. They actually played that at the event we were at in Toronto at the last face-to-face... At the last face-to-face event that me and Double Strike and Carly went to. They had that playing when we were at the VIP after party thing. I remember that. Lightwave, yeah, I've actually, there's a fair swath of different kinds of animes that I will check out. I don't care about slice of life. I don't care about anything. I like my animes to have an element of something extra, not just every day, you know? I wouldn't watch one about like soccer teams or whatever. There's got to be some kind of something special going on, you know? Is Pokemon a better game than Magic? I don't know. I've never played Pokemon. I don't really pay attention to it, so I have absolutely no idea. Shelton, you met the voice actor who played the doctor from Shiki? Oh, that's funky. That's funky. Larry, the journey begins from the Final Fantasy... What is that? Fucking 14? Something like that? Soundtrack? Final Fantasy 16? No, 14. That's your favorite tune for embarking on a journey? Well, I would pick the music from Final Fantasy 6, probably. For me. Of course, I haven't heard any of the music from Final Fantasy 14, so I don't know. Flower, I've never heard of Paranoia Agent. Pokemon's like, what if you attached all your lands like auras and sacked them when a Pokemon faints? Oh, weird. Monster was a fun psychological anime. I don't know if I've heard of that one either. Millmaster, where are you getting these numbers from? 1 in 10 people who buy packs of Pokemon play the game. Magic was 9 out of 10 and now it's 7.5 out of 10? Where's that coming from? Gurren Lagann is more over the top than Gundam, and it's a mecha anime. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't care about like Gundam and mechs and stuff. They never, even though they definitely are like, yo, this is something out of the ordinary, right? It's not just everyday Earth. We're playing soccer. We're talking at the office. It definitely is something extra. But the mech stuff always just ends up boring me. And it almost never makes sense why the people are in it anyways. Because it would just be like, if you have these amazing reflexes to control these devices, you could do that without being inside of it. And then if it gets destroyed, the more valuable asset, you, the one with these incredible reflexes who can use this weaponry, would still be safe. So it just falls apart from making sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. You just go, okay, all right. And it's not exciting to me. Just giant robot that you stand and when I punch, it punches or whatever else. Okay. Every single one that I've watched just ends up boring me. I never get pulled in. I wander away from each one. Every once in a while, I'm like, I gotta give another one a try. And I pick ones that people say are great. And then I watch them and I go, I feel nothing. I feel nothing. Oh, Monster. That's why it sounded familiar. Carly watched that. Yeah, I didn't care, so I didn't watch it. She loved it. She loved it. I haven't watched Outlaw Star yet. I was recommended that a long time ago, and I forgot it. I have now a book where I write down shows because I realize that I will not remember to check them out, regardless if I tell myself I'm going to remember this. I just won't. So now I have an entertainment book where I write down names of different shows, movies, and everything, keep track of as I watch them, and if I watch something that wasn't already written in the book, I write it in afterwards. So I have a log of all the stuff. Ellie, hell yeah, Final Fantasy VI Overworld theme is baller. Pokemon Snowballs, when you're winning, you get more value. All right. Knights of Sidonia was a cool mech anime on Netflix, but you think they canceled it? A lot of stuff on Netflix gets canceled. I haven't heard of Galaxy Express. Nope. Creepy didn't like Robotech? Correct. I don't care, man. It's fine. It's fine. People want to get excited about it. It's not something where I'm like, how can anybody be into this? I don't get it. But it just never pulls me in. I've given a bunch of chance. And I can get down with science fiction and future tech, but specifically the big mechs thing it's shoulder shrugging. Okay. But right now I'm going all over the place with all kinds of different shows. Jordan, isn't Futurama what? Shorio Inuyasha can eat my ass. Because I really liked that show. As we're going along, we're collecting up all the fragments of the crystal sphere, right? Bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. And then, on that fateful day, they actually get the final piece of the crystal sphere. And you're like, holy shit. They actually, like, I've been watching this forever. I never thought we'd get here. Most shows don't last this long. And we've actually gone on, because like North American shows, nothing ever ends. It just goes on and nothing ever really feels like it resolves. It's just endless. So you basically just go along and all of a sudden now we're finished this crystal sphere. And what does the show do? It's just like, I've got the crystal sphere. Wow! And then immediately smash. What? Yeah, the crystal sphere is smashed again. What? Oh, we got to get all the pieces again. You're joking, right? We've been through how many episodes? I don't know. It feels like it was 100. I have no idea how many it actually was. But it feels like 100 episodes. And then they smashed the crystal in the same episode where it got found and put together. And if memory is serving me correctly, pretty much instantly, they just smashed that crystal orb. Just there you go. There you go. It's smashed. Well, now we got to do it again. And I'm like, I am out. I quit. I'm not watching this anymore. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Did you literally have no ideas on what to do and you're afraid you're going to lose your audience? So if there's no crystal shards for them to get, what do we do? I'm just like, I am done. I'm never watching this again. And I didn't. I stopped watching it. I was so insulted as a viewer. It was so aggravating to me. So yeah, once they smashed the crystals, just done. I refused to watch it. So I have no idea how long it went on for, what happened after that. Once I'm done, I'm done. I am done. And that's it. That level is, it's like, I don't even care what happens now. As far as I'm concerned, I was with you on the journey to get the crystal. And then I would see what happens after that, and I'll keep watching because cool, whatever. And then it's just like, oh, no, fine. Okay, I was here to watch the. Now you got the crystal. Okay, what happens now? Oh, the crystal. Why bother watching again? What's going to happen when they get the crystal sphere again? They're just going to break it again. Okay, who cares? It was the cheapest, laziest, dumbest thing I have ever seen as the culmination of a so many long episode arc where you're finally like, hey, we got here. Nope. Hated that. The jewel break was unfortunate. Blame the editors for wanting padding. Whatever it was, it just destroyed the show for me. I have never had such like a thorough, instantaneous I'm not watching this anymore of any show that I was actively into. Like just an abruptly the brakes have been fully pulled. I'm done. I'm not even watching the next episode. Like I am literally done. The original anime had so much filler. I hate filler episodes. Bleach was terrible for that. They'd be like, oh, we've got these epic battles going on. But this week, we're going to have fucking Dawn and the soccer girl go do something. And you're just like, what? What the fuck is this? It was terrible. It was terrible. 167 for the original run, then they had 26 episode final act that finished the anime. Nah, Inuyasha to me is just so disappointed. Kaiju number 8. Some I've never even heard of that one. Is that the prequel to Love Potion number 9? Oh, so yeah, I don't have pleasant memories of Inuyasha anymore. I was really disappointed by that, and it basically killed my love for the show. I was right into it, and then I just went, nope. Now when I think I don't think Inuyasha, I think Inuyashiki, which I quite enjoyed. That show was a lot of fun. Lightwave, do I remember Samurai Champloo? I remember more the music than the show. You know, it's got some banger music, like Vagrancy. It's great. Yeah, Larry, exactly. Collect all 7 Dragon Balls and then wake up and be like, oops, that was a dream. Gotta go do it now. Thumbs down, man. Thumbs down. Do something else, you know? No, we just gotta do it again. I'm not interested. I don't know if that actually succeeds in retaining audiences. I have no idea. But I know for me, it's just exit. I'm out. Lightwave. Oh, you've got the soundtrack on CD. Nice, buddy. Lasagna loots for life. I hope not. Feels like a life sentence right now. Guy gets infected by kaiju and gets powers, so he has to hide from everyone so they won't hunt him. Oh, okay. That sounds pretty good. Millmaster, look at Dragon Ball or One Piece. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball, really. And for One Piece, I've only watched the first 120 episodes, which is a hilarious thing to say about a series. Most of the time, you'd be like, I've watched a lot of it. But when you say you only watch 120 episodes of One Piece, they're like, oh, so you've watched like less than 10% of it. Cuddy, nope, I've never heard of Frisky Dingo, but I definitely do know Archer. That show's funny. And the crystal was just the end goal. I don't care like how important it is. The fact of the matter is we're on a long journey to get this crystal, and we've reached the goal and gotten the crystal. Now we deserve to enjoy it. The characters deserve to enjoy it, but they just instantly destroyed that. Or it was just like, psych! And you're just like, no thanks. I'm done. I'm done. I like it when I still enjoy a show afterwards. Even if something happened and I don't want to watch it anymore, I'm just not as interested. I prefer that to like the screeching breaks of, now I hate this, because that's what happened with Inuyasha. I got so mad. I got so mad over that. So mad. Jess, you're trying to spell machinist in every way under the sun. You just keep changing. Just keep vowel shifting. Shorio's got to fight other kaiju as well. All right. All right. Berserk. See, a bunch of people have mentioned Berserk, but Berserk is just, we tried watching it, and it's just awful. Blood and guts, and I think this is dumb. Like, for real. For real. Berserk is just such a letdown. It's one of those ones where you're just like, this is what people are talking about? This looks like crap. It looks like garbage. It's ugly and unengaging. That's how that was. It's like, we don't need to watch this. I'm like, do you like this? She's like, no. No, I don't. No, I don't. So, fucking Berserk is terrible. Genuinely awful looking. I can't believe it. Every once in a while, it's like, why are people raving about this? What is this? This is trash. This is trash, you know? How much did I watch? I don't remember if I made it past the I don't think I even watched the entire first episode. No, we probably did watch the whole first episode. But either way, definitely not past the first episode because you have to earn that. That's how it works for me. I don't go I'm going to give you X number of episodes. If you don't do enough in the first episode, just done. Just done. So, yeah, that was one of the ones where I was like, I'm not going to remember anything about this except the stupid guts. We made fun of that for days afterwards. So stupid. And it's just ugly. The animation's awful. There's nothing here. Nothing here. So, bounced out. Flower, you got it all twisted. Carly is the one that'll watch more like messed up shit than me with people getting fucked up. You know, like Elfin lied and stuff. So it ain't. Carly isn't one of those little shrinking violets. Turn it off. She got a strong stomach, watches horror movies and all kinds of craziness. She never turns something off because she's too fucking squeamish about it or whatever. But she didn't have to because I wasn't like, I want to watch this and get. I don't want to watch it. I watched it and went, this is garbage. Do you like it? Nope. Okay, good. Neither of us like it, which means we never have to watch another episode of this. Shiba, you loved reading the manga and you recently tried the anime and you agree it sucks. Yeah, people say, the manga's good. It's amazing. It's like, great. I'm not going to end up reading it most likely, so good for it. It sucks that the anime isn't any good. Keep enjoying the books. They can't take that away from you. But damn, does the show fucking suck. It sucks. B, you're reading the English one right now? Cool. Yeah, it varies night. I go, the first episode determines whether I'm gonna give you more rope. I tend to not go more than that. Sometimes it's like a show, I'll either be like, yes, after the first episode, no, or I'll give you a chance with another episode and see what happens. That tends to be the way. There are some people I know who are like, yo, I'll do 3, I'll do 5, and that's fine. Everyone's got their system, but there's just so much to watch out there and so many options that if you're not getting my attention, I don't want to have to like go through a bunch of garbage to get where it might be good. Yo, you should have this sandwich, but just so you know, you got to spit the first 6 bites out because they're garbage. But once you get into that 7th bite, it's like, why do they make the food like this? I don't want food like that. The first episode's entirely out of context with the story. Well, that's a terrible choice on their part, isn't it? Milmass, you always watch the second episode first because pilots are made for executives to greenlight the show. Fair enough. Everybody's got their system. But for me, it's totally, I'm just going to judge on whatever it is you put out first. That's it. That's it. It's not, I don't have like these insanely high standards. It's not, it has to be incredible or I won't mess with it. I just have to enjoy myself for the first episode. That's it. It's not a hard bar to get over. It's really not. But if you're like, if I literally watch your whole first episode and I just feel boredom, disinterest, or disdain, why would I continue? You know? So yeah, Berserk totally failed on the interest meter. It was just, this seems terrible. Carrot, I don't know which one it was, man. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. At this point, like, that whole thing just made me go, my brain just automatically says, Berserk is not worth messing with. Don't listen to anybody who says it is. It doesn't matter what they say. So it doesn't matter. Here's how little I give a shit. I'm not even going to look it up to figure out which one I watched. I've already dumped Berserk into the trash can. And the people who love it are able to go, oh, he's missing out so much. What a terrible decision. But I'm 100% fine with it. And I'm living it. I don't need to ever fucking see anything Berserk ever for my entire life. And my life will be totally fine. Totally fine. And full of all kinds of goodness. That was like just awful to the point where I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother. So yeah, from the description I gave, if you can't figure out which one it is, and it sounds like they're all shit. Cuddy, your wife likes Studio Ghibli films. They make some good movies, man. They make some good movies. Carly likes a lot of anime. Shorio, I can't remember if we've seen Black Butler. The name sounds familiar, but that doesn't always mean that it's something I've seen. But yeah, telling me to check out the manga doesn't do anything, just so you know. It's the same difference as if you're just like, hey man, I'm gonna watch a movie tonight, and I was gonna watch this movie, but I heard it's terrible. You should go read a book instead. No, I'm gonna watch a movie. You should read a book. No. So, hey, instead of watching a movie, you should go fly a kite and then go and sit in the park. No, I'm gonna do what I wanted to do. No, but that would be better though. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to go and get the fucking mangas. I'm not going to sit down and fucking read this shit, so who cares if it's better? Good for it. Good for it. I'm going to watch fucking shows and movies, and when I fucking want to read a book, I'll read a book, but I don't give a fuck about manga. I don't really give that much of a shit about comic books. So, you know, I like the fucking Destroy All Humans manga because it's like, yo, that's cool. It's Magic the Gathering based, and it's out there. But when it comes to fucking animes and shit, I'm just going to watch the show. I'm just going to watch the show or the movie, and I'm not going to fucking start collecting these books and fucking reading them and whatever so they can be as better as they want. It doesn't fucking matter. It don't matter. Go read a book instead of watching the movie. Fuck off, dude. I'm just going to watch a different film. But you like the book, okay? And like, I like reading books. Let's be very clear. I enjoy books. But when I want to watch a fucking anime, I want to watch an anime. I don't give a fuck that the books are better. Yeah, that's how it works for things. That's the same fucking thing. Mangas are better than the fucking animes is the exact same thing as the book was better for the movies. So what? Doesn't matter. Hey, man, did you know that instead of fucking seeing the movie, you can go into a cave and the whole story's scrawled into a wall? What? Yeah, you gotta take a fucking flight to this third world country, but trust me, it's better. I ain't doing all that shit. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Fuck you. If the book was good, then the fucking show should be good because it's based on that shit. And if they fucked it, then guess what? Fuck the show and fuck the book. Berserk can suck my fucking dick. It's garbage. Berserk is fucking trash, and I don't care what anybody says. No amount of check out the book is gonna fucking change that. You can believe whatever you want, but my brain goes, Berserk, avoid that garbage, unless it's the magic card Berserk, in which case, fuck yeah. That's it. That's the reality. That's the Carly's in your blood and guts. Exactly. Oh, you're almost done ironing my stuff? Hell yeah. All right, you're going to stop and have some ice cream. Enjoy. Enjoy. Cuddy, yeah, it's like 100 books too, exactly. You know all the stuff that you can see in one episode? You got to read a dozen books. Okay. But like when you see the way they drew the lines on his fucking eyebrows in the book, you can be like, he's mad, bro. And then he goes, Baka? Nani? Oh shit, man. Really? I gotta fucking read all these books then. Habanero Overlord is one of your favorite examples of the anime is amazing and the manga's fucking garbage. I really liked the first 3 seasons of Overlord. And then I came back to it later and watched the 4th season and didn't care, pretty much. Carrot, you're getting ready to tilt. Oh, read the fucking mangas, you son of a bitch. No, I won't. I won't. I'm going to judge it entirely off the animes. That's it. That's it. What if I gave it another try? What? Berserk? Fuck you. Fuck you. No. I don't hate myself. I don't know how many minutes I have left on Earth, but I can tell you this. 0 of them will be spent watching Berserk, reading the manga. The only time I will mention Berserk is to say it's fucking dog shit to people and go blood and guts. And that's it. And when people go, I like it, I'm like, you like that fucking garbage? That's it. That will be the entirety of my experience with Berserk until the day I fucking die 100 years from now. That's it. Berserk is garbage and always will be. And I'll never look at anything that will change my opinion on that. So it is what it is. It is what it is. There's 0 chance. There is 0 chance on this earth. There are certain things I would go back and go, I'll give you another chance. Never that. Never that. Fuck. It's almost level E bad. Oh my God. Level E was something we randomly stumbled on. And like, I don't know, 10 minutes in, they're doing a puppet show or something. And I can't even with this and just shut it off. Right? Everybody's got different tastes. There's people who like that dumbass Bobonobo Bobo show where the guy fucking attacks people with his nose hair or whatever. And you're like, wow, people are really excited about this. And you watch and you're like, this is terrible. This is genuinely terrible. Sure, you got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. See? I could see myself clicking on that and checking it out. Yeah, life's too short. Life's too short, man. I'm not going to fucking read. You just got to read like 50 books. Flower, you think I'd like it if I gave it 45 minutes of my life? I'd rather fucking hammer thumbtacks into my fucking ball bag, bro. I would rather do that than give that Berserk trash another minute of my life. You're fucking delusional. You just listened to all this and thought, just give it 45 more minutes? Fuck no. Fuck no, I'm not giving it 3/4 of an hour of my valuable life. I only get to live once. I don't get those minutes back and I'm going to piss them away on that? Holy shit, no. No, thank you. That show is worthless. Knight, you'll either love or hate Bonobo Bobo. Yup. Habanero, not saying I need to read it, but if someone was send me a copy of Berserk Volume 1, would I attempt to read it or is it 100% no-go? If I fucking had the fucking manga in hand, people have said enough about it and how much better it is in the show, then yeah, I'd crack it open and read it. I'd be like, well, let's see if they're full of shit and I'm right or not, right? Let's see. And then if it was like dope, I'd be like, oh, okay. It is good. Fair enough. I can see why people like it. But there's 0 chance I'm going to go out of my way to fucking look for it or borrow it from somebody or anything else, you know? But yeah, if somebody sends me a fucking manga, then I would check it out. I wouldn't just be like, fuck this, you know? Unless it was something really dumb like, my life is a fucking lady gardener and it's just a chick planting flowers. I'd be like, what the fuck? Actually, I'd probably read that one too. Just because I'd be like, why'd they send this? What is this? And then I'm like, it's just a bitch planting flowers. Juggling, what's up, bro? That's right, Cuddy. Make it into a pincushion, bro. Yeah, Habanero would say if you don't have a good time with something, you're really gonna like, you didn't like this show or movie. Well, you should go and spend your time and resources to acquire a copy of this book. Why? Because it's better. Okay, but I don't care about the property. You do, because you got connected to it. But I don't care. So to me, that's just gonna fucking take up my time and my money, right? So yeah, first impressions matter. They matter. That's right, Jordan. It's just an opinion. Everyone's got their opinion. It's all good. I'm not like, nobody can like this shit. You decide what you like and you decide what you want to do with your time. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. Boy, every show or whatever has its fucking zealots who are like, this is awesome. And it's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Berserk was just terrible. Just fucking terrible. And I forgot pretty much everything that happened in the episode, too. Like, no recollection. And no disappointment about that. So yeah, enjoy yourself, man. Who cares? Remember, guys, remember, just because somebody else doesn't like something that you like doesn't mean you can't fucking enjoy it. Who cares if I don't like it? You can fucking enjoy it. Have fun with it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Life's fucking short. Just like I said, for me, I don't want to waste my time on crap. Well, you shouldn't waste your time worrying about the opinions of people who don't like the same thing as you. If they don't like it, cool. That's fine. Right? Doesn't stop you from being able to enjoy it. I mean, you can stop yourself, but it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. All right. So, thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. We will get back together again tomorrow before I head off. Probably going to put out a video on this channel tomorrow, so it'll most likely be over on the live stream channel tomorrow. All right? So, I will catch up with you then, but for now, time to get on up out of here.